Hi guys, welcome back to Beast Quest, Book 3 of Series 3. Right now, this is Narga of a sea monster. Just finished reading it. Narga, I like this book actually. It's pretty, I'm gonna say so far it's the best one yet. The name's cool, that's a nice plus. But Narga itself, the book, is pretty amazing. And let's go get this off. So, the book starts off with Malvel is up to his old tricks again in Gorgonia, as he's using the map to trick Tom and Eleanor to go different directions. Because they go on this path, but it turns out it's got rocky stones on. So they try another route, but then that has quicksand on. And eventually this leads to Storm getting trapped in some quicksand. So Curlo shows up, Curlo the Gatekeeper. Now I haven't talked much about Curlo, but this is like, he's done this in the last two books as well, but he's helped in a way, but the characters don't understand. He does help in ways that doesn't say, oh, I'm helping. It says that I'm helping, but I'm not telling you that I'm helping. It's kind of confusing, but you'll notice when you read the book. So he gives a signal that gives Eleanor an idea to free Storm. So they use that idea and Storm's out of the quicksand. However, when they get him out of the quicksand, I mean, I do like the scene with the quicksand. It is a very good, desperate scene. But when they get him out of the quicksand, then Eleanor ends up captured by this bounty hunter guy called Gent, and he has a bunch of cronies with him. Turns out that Tom and Eleanor are both wanted alive by Malvel. Kind of figured that one might be the case because, well, they're enemies of him. So, and apparently that these people have been misused by Malvel, saying that, oh, these people are evil and stuff. So I guess the people who support Malvel think he's a good guy. Sure, Malvel's a good guy, alright. Anyway, Malvel, wrong person, Gent, I mean, that's how pointless this character is. He's like the Jango Fett, or the Boba Fett. He does barely do anything, but he's just awesome or whatever. Okay, so Gent, the bounty hunter, captures Eleanor and rides off on a horse, while Tom gets his sword out and fights off the goons. Finally, Tom is managing to do some more stuff. And this is another reason why I like this book. He gets to fight something besides the beast. Not much you get to see that. And it does show that despite the fact that he's a boy, he's still enhanced by the powers of the golden armor, so he's able to defeat them. He gets on Storm, and then there's an awesome chase. I mean, this book, you can see why I'm liking this book, because every time something happens, something amazing happens to follow it. First it starts off with the map, wrong directions. Then it builds up to the quicksand scene, which is another good suspenseful scene. Then it changes text to the bounty hunter stuff, and that's a good scene. But then that builds up to the chase scene, and that's a good scene. You see, this is a really good book. I like Narga the Sea Monster. And to be honest, Narga's barely in the freaking book until the very end, and still I'm enjoying with it. I know I was rallying on about the Minotaur one, but for that it didn't work because it was setting up. But for Narga, it kind of works. Anyway, so Tom and Storm chase after the bounty hunter, but the bounty hunter is actually pretty smart. Now, that's another reason I like this book, because the bounty hunter is a smart fella. He takes his sword, whacks it on the side of the mountain, which causes a rock slide on our heroes, and allows him to escape with Eleanor. Tom, you might hear some noises in the background, it's just my sister. So, they head towards a town, and turns out Tom sees Eleanor, because they lost direction, but they do recapture the direction when Silver the Wolf, again, helps out, because he's a wolf and he uses his scent to track down Eleanor, and they find him in a town. Turns out they're being tortured and abused by the town by throwing, you know those stands where you're hanging from your hands and your head? Turns out that Eleanor and this girl called Adora, who was in the prologue, that they're being thrown at stuff. Tom just says, F it, I'm not going to sit here and do nothing. So he lets Silver go loose on the people, and he breaks them out. And then, so basically that means Gent the bounty hunter just left these two unprotected and left them in a shackles, which is kind of a stupid thing. And we'd never see this bounty hunter again, so whatever. And so they get Adora out there, and they go somewhere safe. Oh yeah, she explains that her brother is dead, and turns out, to be honest, her brother is actually dead. So yeah, this beast actually does kill somebody. I mean, the other beasts might have done that, but sometimes it's barely shown that they do. That's just from my reading of the books, though. But this is one chance where I actually saw that, oh, the beast actually did something. It just made me feel more, yeah, these beasts will kill you. And since they're under Malvel's control, and, well, they're not, these are Malvel's beasts, they will do it, and they did. Which makes the situation more desperate and more determined to get this quest over with, because Malvel is a really bad villain, as we all know. And that scene with Adora is a very good scene of how the emotions felt in that scene, so that's another reason why I like this book. Adora marks the location of the rebel camp, so in case they need help, they can go to it, because she helps them with the map, and that's another good bit of elementary there. They go to the Black Ocean, which is where the next beast is, and we know it's called Narga, which is a really great name. I love Narga's name. And Eleanor knows how to work ships, because apparently Adora told them there's a secret rebel ship they can use to help in the ocean. So we take that ship. Eleanor knows how to fix it, because she's been on several adventures. So she's not only good at herbology with herbs and medicine, but she can also do stuff with boats, which is incredible. Now, thanks to Tom's experiences on the past two other books every time we have a new series, there has to be like this water beast, apparently. We had Sepron, we had the giant squid with Zephyr, and now we have Narga. And Tom actually makes us aware and takes that experience into account. So, like, I've had this past experience and he doesn't do well in the water, so he decides to take the beast to his advantage and lure it to the ground field. So it's good that he's getting smarter through the adventures. Tom Nella finds Sepron, and apparently they think he's dead. Narga shows up, and then the big fight goes play. Tom's plan works. Narga is led towards the shallow water. They're about to get the upgrounded on him, but then Sepron comes in, gets some biting, and he's alive, so all's good. But apparently the beast is too powerful for him because he has so many heads, and Sepron is weakened. So, eventually, Tom comes up with a plan. He tells Eleanor to fire an arrow to the right, past Narga. She does, with a rope attached. Tom grabs the rope, and he redirects the trajectory of the arrow with the golden boots. I think it's golden boots. Yeah, it's golden boots. And so he ties up all the heads together, and then with his sword he slices all the heads off. We get some nice gory imagery there. Well, not imagery in the book, but in my mind it felt badass, because there's an equal amount of killing on both the beast's end and Tom's end. So he slices all the beast's heads off, similar to how the Hydra worked. Only this time, this thing ain't gonna come back its heads, as the body melts and the heads fall to and fade into the ocean. Probably melted too. With the body, it goes and melts into the Black Ocean, which creates a whirlpool. First at first I thought it was another danger, but it turns out it's another pathway to get home. So, using the red jewel they got, Tom communicates with Sephiron and leads him to the whirlpool. He dives in and thanks them, and then they're setting up for the next quest when Wizard Nadaro shows up and tells them of their next beast, Kamon. So, all in all, Narga is the best book of Series 3 so far. I've given some reasons of why it's so awesome and amazing, so I really recommend you would read this book, but in all, you have to read the other two books to help it make sense. I feel like this is the best one so far, and I'm looking forward to see, actually I was looking forward to see if Kamon, turns out she's a girl, and I didn't know that, but I thought that would be the best book But you never know, it might be. But Narga is going to be one tough thing to beat. So can Kmon beat it as a better book? We'll see, because right now, Narga is my best book so far.